Kumusta po? Welcome back to our YouTube channel and together let's learn Filipino. For today's content, we are going to talk about riding a jeepney. If you're not familiar what is a jeepney, watch until the end to know what it is and to know the important phrases that you have to learn in riding a jeepney. Okay, let's start. First, let's know what is a jeepney. Way back in history, a jeepney is called auto kalesas, or in short for AC. Its journey had started in the American colonialism, and particularly the American soldiers are the ones who are using these jeepneys. However, in the present or in the modern world, it is the most popular means of transportation in the Philippines. It is clear that a jeepney had its long history. It is a very historic type of vehicle, especially for the Filipinos. And even in the present, it is still functioning and serves its purpose as a public transportation. Today's jeepney looks like this. This one, just the normal jeepney, and we have also this kind of jeepney where the operator wants to customize the design, so you can put anything, whatever you want it to look like, to attract more passengers or just to stay or make your jeepney cool. And also, the government of the Philippines is planning to convert these jeepneys into the most updated type of jeepney, which are also called the electric jeepney or the e-jeepney. So it looks like this, the e-jeepney. And the government wants this because it is somehow long lasting. It helps conserve the environment, but it is still in the process of implementing since it cost a lot, especially in the part of the owners of those old type of jeepney. So that one was the inside look of a jeepney. This one is the driver, so you can see here the driver, and this is another passenger in here, and the other passengers will sit in here and here. So yeah, it will look like this. You sit in a parallel type of seats, and yeah, this picture is during the pandemic in here in the Philippines. Some operators put this plastic cover just to minimize the spread of the virus, and it is really a little bit of spacious in this kind of look, because before the pandemic you are very close with the other passengers, and jeepneys are somewhat crowded in a way. Before you can ride a jeepney, you have to know first where do you want to go. for example, if you want to go in this place, the SM South Mall, you can look for the jeepneys that have a signboard, and placard that has SM South Mall. So you can find those signages and signboards here. It is stick at the windows of those jeepneys, and also if you can't find there, you can also read these places in here at the side part of the vehicle. They're stated there some places which are the route of that particular jeepney. So the first thing you have to learn is to look for the right jeepney for your particular destination. Okay? And if you're really not confident with the jeepney to ride with, there's someone who can help you with that, and those are the jeepney conductors and barkers. So let's take a look at this video first. So you can hear those barkers. They are shouting or yelling the route of that jeepney. So for example, this jeepney, its destination is Quiapo, and yeah, you will know that this jeepney is heading to Quiapo, so you can ride this jeepney if you want to go to Quiapo, and that's how it works. Okay, this time let's learn the important phrases to remember in riding a jeepney. So let's start with this one. You say, Mama, dyan lang po sa may Quiapo. Mama, dyan lang po sa may Quiapo. This dyan is pronounced as like this one. Jan, like in January. Dyan lang po sa may Quiapo. So this Quiapo is a place, for example, that you want to go. So any place that you want to go, so your destination. So the translation for this phrase in English is driver, just there at Quiapo, or driver, I'll get off at Quiapo Church. This Quiapo is famous with this Quiapo Church. So if you come to the Philippines and you're in Metro Manila, you will hear this Quiapo Church often because it is one of the most popular visited places there. So this is just an example. If you want to go in Quiapo, you say this phrase, Mama, dyan lang po sa may Quiapo. An alternative way of saying this is, Kuya, sa may Quiapo Church lang po. Kuya, sa may Quiapo Church lang po. And these two sentences or phrases have the same meaning. You're just saying that I'll get off at this place. Okay? By the way, Filipinos call the drivers in many ways. Sometimes we call them mama. Yeah, mama. Yeah, it has the same spelling with the word mother, right? But in this context, mama is the driver. So we use it as a driver of that particular vehicle, which is in this case is a jeepney. Another is kuya. If you're familiar, kuya means brother or an elder brother. So yeah, kuya. We call them kuya, but yeah, it's just a term that we use to call the driver, and also we name them as manong driver, things like that. So we say manong, and these three words corresponds to a driver of that jeepney, bus, or train. So yeah, or anyone. We can call any stranger with this kuya, manong, or mama. If it's male, okay, just remember it is just for the male. Okay, so let's go back here. Mama, dyan lang po sa may, okay, the place that you want to go. Or kuya, sa may lang po. Okay, did you get it? Okay, the next phrase is this one. Magkano po yung pamasahe? Magkano po yung pamasahe? You are asking the driver, how much is the fare? Or your seatmate or your co-passengers, how much is the fare to Quiapo Church? So, magkano po yung pamasahe? And they will respond to you with the amount. Okay? The next phrase is pakiabot po ng bayad or pakiabot po ng pamasahe. Bayad is payment. Pamasahe is fare. Okay. Pakiabot po ng, it is pronounced as like this one, nang, like that. Pakiabot po ng bayad. Pakiabot po ng pamasahe. So you want to say that please hand over the payment, please hand over the fare to the driver. So this phrase is very helpful if you want to tell the other passengers, this is for the other passengers, and you want to hand over your payment to the driver. Okay? Okay. Pakiabot po ng bayad, pakiabot po ng pamasahe. Okay? And after that, they will the driver already had your payment, and of course you have to say thank you to that passengers. So can you still remember how to say thank you? It's salamat po. Salamat po. Maraming salamat po if you want to say thank you so much or thank you very much. And if your money has some change, you can ask the driver, Mama, yung sukli ko po. Mama, yung sukli ko po. So you want to say, driver, I'll get my change. So yeah, you can just uh, just a proper volume so that the driver can hear you. And if you're very far from the driver, you can louder your voice, but in just a normal tone for them not to misinterpret that you are not angry. So you can say, Mama, yung sukli ko po. Or, Manong, yung sukli ko po. Okay, but if you're closer to the driver, you can just say it normally. Mama, yung sukli ko po. It depends on the modulation of your voice. Okay? So please use proper volume also. It depends if you're near or far from the driver. Okay? The last one is when you want to get off already. Or for example, our destination is Quiapo Church, and you've seen already the Quiapo Church and you feel that you're in that place already. So you want to say, driver, I need to get off. So the way of saying that is, Manong, para lang po. Okay? Manong, para lang po. Or you can say, para lang po. Manong, para lang po. Things like that. Or Mama, para lang po. Para, which means get off. Like para lang po. So you can also shout it if you're already far from the Quiapo or you already passed through that place, so that the driver will stop the jeepney already. Okay, so let's review it. Mama, dyan lang po sa may Quiapo. Or you can use Kuya, sa may Quiapo Church lang po. Next is, magkano po yung pamasahe? Okay. Next is, pakiabot po ng bayad. Pakiabot po ng pamasahe. Salamat po. Mama, yung sukli ko po. Mama, yung sukli ko po. Manong, para lang po. Mama, para lang po. Para lang po. Okay, did you get it? Okay, to fully prepare your visit in the Philippines, I have here some rates for the jeepney's fare. This one, as you can see in this picture, I have here the general fare guide in Mega Manila, which is particularly in Luzon part of the Philippines. It is based on the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board. So this is the standard rate as of 2018. So for you to just have an idea how much is the fare or the average fare in the jeepney in the Philippines. Okay, so let's have here the general. This is just the general part is just the normal passengers who have no disabilities. They, because the LTFRB also set a different rate for those students, elderly, and disabled persons, and these have already a discount in here. So let's go with the regular one. Okay, this is what we are going to pay if we ride a jeepney. For the first up to the 4th kilometer, we are going to pay only 9 pesos. So 9 pesos, and 9 pesos is around 18 to 20 dollars, US dollars. So 18 to 20. I mean, it's just 0.18 and 0.20 US dollars. So it's very affordable. Just 1 to 4 kilometers, you can ride it for just 0.18 up to 0.20 or just 9 pesos. Okay, so and so on and so forth. We have here for 5 kilometers, we have 10.50. Okay, and for those students or disabled person, they have some discounts, from 9 pesos for the regular, they will have to pay only 6.2 pesos. So I think that's a reasonable price. So yeah, there's only small differences in other places in Visayas and in Mindanao. So for you to have an idea, if you have the chance to ride a jeepney, you prepare certain penny like this one, 9 pesos only, 10 pesos. It depends on the distance. Okay, so I hope you got something. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have questions, please don't forget to comment it down below. Also, please subscribe to our channel, Learn Filipino. I hope you have a nice trip in the Philippines very soon. And if you have some suggestions, please write it down. Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat po. Bye-bye.